morning, everybody. Rise and shine with Pastor Ken Reid. The title of our message this morning is, It's Okay to be little itty bitty. It's okay to be itty bitty. As most of you know, I really love birds and enjoy birds very much. Here in my right hand, I have the smallest of the pigeons that I own, a very beautiful little Portuguese tumbler. A Portuguese tumbler. It's a very small bird, very fine bird. She's looking around at me. That's a really nice little, I really like these little birds. They're very much like doves. She's just sitting there. But over here in my left hand is one of the biggest pigeons that I own. And this big guy, he spent time already on my shoulder, sitting on my shoulder. And if we spend a little time together, he'll do that. He really will. In fact, this afternoon he was riding around the yard. I was riding my tractor and he was sitting on my shoulder. And he knows where his feet is, so if he gets off, he knows where to come. I got a little string on here so that I can just pull him in if he does that, and I'm not holding him. I'm not hurting him. I'm holding him by his legs, and he's not being hurt at all. But look at the difference. These birds both came from the same original breeding, the rock pigeon, okay? And this one in my right hand is really small, and this one in my left hand is really huge, okay? So I just wanted to tell you, it's okay to be itty bitty. It's okay to be thinking about small this morning, because, it was a small little boy who had a small little lunch that fed 5,000 people. All it took was a touch of the master's hand. And it was a small little boy who reached down and took up a small little stone and put it in a small little slingshot and killed a giant. All it needed was the touch of the master's hand. And it was a little seed of mustard that Jesus looked at one day and said, now understand, this is no bigger than the head of a pin. He said, if you have faith like one of these mustard seeds, you can say to this mountain, go from here over there, and nothing shall be impossible for you. I really wanted to get that. Now, wait a minute. Can you hold on, Shar?
I can. You're doing good.
Just keep filming it. All right. Matthew 17 and 20. Matthew 17 and 20. Okay? And he says, if you have faith as a little mustard seed, you can say to them, I don't know what your mountains are. I've started to paint a few mountains on the side of the wall here. But this is going to eventually be my pheasant home for my different breeds of pheasants. And their natural setting, mountains and palm leaves and those type of things will be here. But, just a little bit. He's not saying you have to have a great big bit. He's saying itty bitty is all right. Just put itty bitty to work. Do you have just a little bit of faith? Just a little bit of trust? Just a little bit of hope? Just a little bit of encouragement? Then you got enough to work with today. Because God can take what you got and multiply it and use it. All he needs is for you to believe it and trust him. These are days when people are not believing God the way they should. That's not a scolding action. That is an encouraging statement. I'm telling you, God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. It's not based on our circumstances or our feelings. If he said faith, the small as a grain of mustard seed, would move a mountain, whatever mountains there are in our life, he'll either move the mountain or move us. You understand? There'll be a moving experience. There really will. And so I just pray today that you will experience that, what I've been talking to you about, and that somehow you will understand the concept of the itty bitty. Remember a little boy's lunch, a little boy's slingshot and a little stone, and a little bit of faith. This big bird here, he's a big old guy, but somewhere in here, the other one flew too, in my loft. Can you see it, Charlotte? Mm-hmm. Where is he? There he is, walking around. Get a picture of him again. Just a little wee bird. Just a little wee bird. And remember, if you're small in faith today, don't write it off, because God doesn't. Back to me, Charlotte. Do you remember the lady that came into the temple with what they call the widow's mite? You know, there's been lots of people gave millions and millions of dollars to the cause of God. Thousands of dollars to the cause of God. But one lady made it in the record book for the whole world to read about her. She gave a very small offering, the widow's mite. You might say it was a penny. But the truth is, she gave out of her need. And even though it was a little bit, it was given with a heart of love. And when she gave it to the Lord, she got the blessing of God all over her life. Because the Lord made a big statement about that. He said, this lady gave more than anybody else. So if all you got's a little bit of oil in your cruse and a little bit of flour in your bin, why don't you give it to the Lord today? Why don't you just see the power in the little today and trust him for the big things coming out of the little faith. In Jesus' name, I speak to your faith and say, may it bring you great miracles today. Enjoy the song that we're going to play for you. May God richly bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
Of a snow white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When troubles surround us, when evils come, the body grows weak, the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, God doesn't forget us. He sends down his love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When Noah had drifted on the flood many days, he searched for land in various ways. Troubles he had some, but wasn't forgotten. He sent down his love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove, wings of a dove. Jesus went down to the waters that day. He was baptized in the usual way. When it was done, God blessed his Son. He sent down his love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove, a sign from above, on the wings